Hello students, welcome to e-learning session. Today we'll start learning information of axial skeleton and then appendicular skeleton along with joints. So the axial skeleton, it consists of the skull, the spine and the rib cage. These are situated, means spine, skull and rib cage. They are situated symmetrically along the central vertical axis of the body. So the skull, then rib cage and spine, they form axial skeleton. Now the skull. This skull is formed by the bones of the head and face. There are the bones of the skull. These bones are flat and strong. Actually, there are 22 bones in the skull. Only from these 22 bones, 8 bones are present in the head, while 14 bones are present in the face. Except the bones of lower jaw. Because this lower jaw, it does not form by skull. None of the bones of the skull, they can move. Only lower jaw can move. When we place hand on the left and right sides of the chest, we feel many bones present there. And at the center, we feel the flat bone. So actually this is a cage-like structure. It is called as rib cage. In the chest, there is one vertical flat bone, which is at the center. It is called as sternum. And there are 12 flat bones. These are called as ribs. They are joined to it sideways. So there are 25 bones for which form the rib cage. It is joined to the spine at the back. 12 pairs of ribs means 12 into 2 is equal to 24 bones. And 25th bone is sternum. These ribs, they are joined to the vertebral column or spine at the back. They protect the delicate organs of two systems. So the rib cage protects the delicate organs of respiratory system. There are two lungs situated at right side and left side. While the heart is situated, it belongs to circulatory system and it is situated between the two lungs. This heart is slightly inclined to the left side. While the skull, it protects the delicate organ called as brain, which control and coordinates all the movements or actions of our body or functioning of our body. Now the third types of bones which form the spine. This spine is also present on either side of central axis. Hence it belongs to axial skeleton. The spine is formed by the padlock shaped bones which are placed straight one above the other. There are altogether 33 bones in the spine. Each bone is called as vertebra. These bones, they are arranged one above the other flexibly. The main function of the spine is to protect spinal cord. This cord originates from the brain. As these 33 vertebrae, they are placed one above the other. That's why we can bend downside. We can also look at the side, means we can twist our body. This is because of the vertebral column. If the vertebral column is made up of only rod instead of 33 vertebrae, then it becomes difficult to bend downwards. Even if we try to bend downside, our vertebral columns may break. So it is benefit for us that our column is made up of 33 vertebrae. Now second type of skeleton is appendicular skeleton. Our body has 2 arms and 2 legs. So the different parts of the arms and legs, they have several bones which are connected by the joints. So the bones our arm and legs, they are connected to each other by joints, and these two arms and legs, they form appendicular skeleton. Students, do you know in our body there are three bones which are present in each of the ears. Out of this, stirrup is very small. It is smallest bone present in our body. It is very small in size. Its size is nearly equal to the size of the rice grain. It is hollow from inside, while the longest bone is called as femur. It is present in the thigh. It is longest also and strongest bone in our body. So we'll observe these two bones. See, this is a stirrup. It is hollow from inside. Here you can clearly see with label and that line. And this is a femur, which is a thigh bone. It is connected. Tibia, fibula of our leg. Tibia is front side bone, while fibula is back side. Now joints. Joints are the places where two or more than two bones are connected to each other. Joints are of two types, movable joints and immovable joints. Now movable joints. These joints can here in these joints bones can move. For example, bones of arms and legs. We can do various activities with the help of arms and legs. So this is because of joints. Here two or more bones are joined together. Now immovable joint. Here bones cannot move. For example, bones of the skull, except or other than bones of lower jaw or lower jaw. So the bones of skulls are joined together and they protect the delicate organ brain. They are not movable. They are fixed at one place. Immovable joints are seen only in the skull, while movable joints are of different types. Hinge joint, ball and socket joint, gliding joint, and last one, pivot joint. Pivot joint is not included in our textbook, but even then I will explain for you, but at last. First one, hinge joint. This type of joint allows the movements of bones only in one direction. We can move the bones in 180-degree angle. So this joint is present at the elbow, at knee, and fingers and toes. See the fingers. We can do movement in front side. We cannot turn our fingers back side. Like that, elbow, we can bend it in front side, we cannot bend it back side. While knee, we can bend it back side, cannot bend in front side. So I will explain it with the help of diagram and video. Here the bones are fixed and the first bone is moving in 180-degree direction. It works like doors and windows. How are doors open in one direction only? Like that, our hands open and do movements. They bend towards front side while the leg bend towards back side. Now see the video. Hinge joint. See, the spoon-shaped surface of one bone fits into the concave cavity of other bone and it do movement in 180 degree. So the bones can move and we can do the movement of our hands and legs. See now, the hands is, we can bend the hand in forward direction while the knee in backward direction, like the door which opens in one side. See the movement of hands. Forward bending of our hand. Here ulna works as a hinge. While in the knee joint, kneecap help. It acts as a hinge. That's why we can bend the knee or leg back side. Examples of hinge joint are elbow joint, knee joint, and also our fingers and toes. Ball and socket joint. In this type of joint, the bones can move in two or more direction. So here They show the movement in 360-degree angle. Examples: shoulder and hip joint. Okay, we'll observe again diagram and a video and understand how movement takes place. The shoulder joint and hip joint is of ball and socket type joint. Here the bone is fitted, ball type bone is fitted in the socket, and it do movement in 360-degree angle. Now observe the video to understand it betterly. Ball and socket joint. See the movement. In this type of joint, we observe maximum movement of the bones. So they can move in 360-degree angle as you observe now. See now the boy. Now this is a skeleton. How it is moving. See the boy is rotating the hand and legs also. This cricketer is bowling the ball. So this is because of ball and socket joint. This joint is present at the shoulder and hip. Now third type of the joint is gliding joint. In this type of the joint, the bones can only slide over each other. So this joint is present at wrist and ankle joints. We can see it in backbone also. So just observe the joints, gliding joints. Now the video. The bones can only slide over each other. Examples are wrist and ankle joints. Now here you can see they glide over each other. Okay, observe the video. So due to sliding movements of vertebra, we can bend sideways also and forward backward. See the movement of our ankles and shoulder. This is because of gliding joint. So joints are of two types, fixed and movable joints. Fixed means the joints of bones at the skull, while movable are of ball and socket, gliding, hinge and pivot. Now we'll start learning pivot. This is a pivot joint. Here first bone, it do rotatory movement which is fixed in ring formed by second bone and ligament. So it is present, this pivot joint can be seen in the first and second vertebrae of the neck. So as a result, we can move our head backward and forward, side to side. The function of skeleton is to give shape and to support the body. What are the functions of bones? They produces blood cells, they supplies fats and minerals. Okay. Our skeletal system also protect the delicate organs. They stores and releases fats as I told you. So these are the functions. So today we are finishing bones. In next session we'll meet to learn skin. Till then, bye.